We were just talking about how, for the conversation around the internet, prudence in the console war is not encouraged. In fact, what's encouraged is to flex and lavish how you spend more money on video games. Now, if you follow, say, real principles of how finance should be handled in a savvy way, maybe you've seen kind of like the way the economy has gone and all of these things, then you know that this is just, I don't know, it's probably a certain amount of insecurity to justify one's purchases of a box and, some digital games that are inherently worthless. Because again, it's a luxury. You get what I mean? Like, a luxury is just what it is, but still, it's not the kind of luxury that you would kind of categorize as one that is of a lot of note and that speaks, as a big deal. Like, you go out there, people are like saying, oh, well, in terms of luxury, this is what I did. And in terms of luxury, I played video games. People are going to be like, okay, well, leisure and all that stuff, right? And I see another comment from Jamie's ACT. Man, these folk are very entertaining. He said, I was sold on Game Pass. Was about to go buy an Xbox console. All right, Jamie's ACT. First of all, this is what we will call, in today's vernacular, cap. You don't need an Xbox to get Game Pass. You have made fun of that particular paradigm as well, too. You know that you've made fun of the particular paradigm, right? And so I can understand that you want to be a troll, but you're trying too hard. It's okay. You can troll and you can have your fun how you wish, but don't try to make things sound overly dramatic than they actually are, because you probably are on record somewhere saying everything is an Xbox and mocking it if we were to look not even very intently. And then you said, and then I saw this. It's not on Game Pass and it runs worse on Xbox. So I bought a PS5 Pro. And then they published an article saying Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, a technical powerhouse on PS5 Pro, says Digital Foundry. Now, you'd basically go with this particular paradigm if all you knew was, how to pretty much dig your head in the sand, right? It's not that if all you knew was the console. That's a whole different conversation. Like, if you were an expert at burying your head in the sand and covering your ears to truth and reality, then that's literally what your conclusion would be. Because and I think what's happened, ladies and gentlemen, and I've seen this Jamie's ACT basically try to rag on PC players and stuff. This is the classic case of cognitive dissonance of some of the PlayStation hyperfans, who, when they make jokes like this and they do some fun stuff, they attract, some PC players that come in and poke and prod, their that poke and prod their little bubble, right? Like, you already see this. This person came in and said, you're buying a console in 2025? Already, that kind of, another person says, oof, dude, wasted his money on a PS5 Pro. And you'll notice there's just no reply. You know what I mean? It's just, and that's exactly what I think has come to, pretty much be the thorn in the side of bad arguments across the board in terms of this particular reality. So first of all, this is designed to cast shade in two ways on Xbox. Number one, that the console is weaker, which is kind of like the craziest thing ever that you would see, being done. Like, when a PC player comes in and says, well, your console's trash because my PC eats it 50 times, right? You hear people get upset and say, well, this PC Master Race people are being elitist. It's just a human condition, by the way, just so you know. I mean, even on console, it's done. I mean, you're seeing it here for yourself, right? You see it, right? Don't you? And with the reality of this, it's obvious that Game Pass and Xbox lives rent-free in the heads and the minds of these folk. I mean, it's obvious. You could see that there is a confession, right? I was sold on Game Pass. See, it was in the head. Was about to go buy an Xbox console, and then I saw this. That basically tells you that this is a rent-free, paradigm of these folk. Now, here's the crazy thing, ladies and gentlemen. There is this conversation right now going around about PlayStation having sold in excess of 71 million consoles. The one thing that many people are not saying is that these 71 million consoles sold from 65 million previously was basically accounted for after they released and launched a PlayStation 5 Pro. So who bought all these PlayStation 5 Pros and how is it being calculated? Could these be new players buying the new $700 console? Or could these be old gamers or old PlayStation 5 owners that are upgrading? Inherently, what they do is they make money for Sony on the hardware, but Sony still has an inherent software issue and challenge where it's selling all of these consoles and pretty much is a third-party box. Xbox is in the same position, but they're not sitting there dragging their feet about it. And Xbox fans have come to, basically realize that this is necessary for the growth and the health of the Xbox platform. There's no doubt about it. It just is the big problem where you see PlayStation folk pretend like they're on a platform that, if you're not on it, you cannot live or you cannot game or you can't enjoy yourself. Because I don't know if these folk actually enjoy video games. I know some of you say, because of my criticisms of these so-called fanboys and because of my criticisms of PlayStation and all, you think I don't play games. You think I don't enjoy it. No. You guys watching me play my Mortal Kombat the other day on stream. I have a blast when I play, and sometimes I have a blast. And, I get salty when I lose. It's just the nature of the beast. But you have to enjoy gaming. But at the same time, you have to be honest. There's just no reason why anybody, in my opinion, should be this salty about life to always wake up and the very first thing that they'll post is how they feel somebody else's platform is inferior to that and miserable. This is literally what they spend their entire time. Look at this page. Look at this. This is insane. Xbox on my mind all the time, basically. And I think, in my opinion, this is really weird. Now you could almost say the same thing about me, but I'm a PlayStation guy. So my criticisms, they are pierced towards PlayStation because I do not want a world where Xbox is dominating. And you know what's crazy is most Xbox fans don't see Xbox as a dominant force. I do. It doesn't need me to wait until something drastic happens for me to finally open my eyes to something. Some of you are still stuck in 2010, when consoles were still, by the measure of what you would deem who's winning or who's dominant. That's not the case with Xbox and Microsoft. They are here to stay and wait it out. They will weather storms that PlayStation would freak out for. And that's where you got to worry and say, these guys are not selling consoles, yet they're making profits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how does that not bother everybody else who thinks that the consoles have been the only way for you to make money? Right? Because, to be honest, it's always been in your face because the third-party developers had always been there making money on the consoles. So again, I guess I can say you should have known that this was a thing. But now that they've basically doubled their output power, not even doubled, they tripled it. They went and bought 2 publishers. It's insane. And now that they're saying that they're going to acquire more, they're going to do more acquisitions on the table. It should bother you that PlayStation is not able to sell more than 2 million copies of Astrobot with 71 million consoles out there. While Xbox looking and saying, we don't even have 71 million consoles out there, but we're going to leverage those so-called 71 million consoles out there. And we're going to use them to sell our products, just like Rockstar does and just like EA does, just like everybody does. We're going to go in there and we're going to make a ton of money while we're making our own ecosystem attractive. So if the irony is not lost on a lot of these folk, I don't know what else will be or what else is, because many of them are sleeping. I've even seen some Xbox fans say, I don't have any confidence in the future of Xbox hardware. You already have Xbox hardware. It's already providing you what it is that you need. What other confidence are you a C-suite, exec? Are you like, what does your life and your job and your income and your earnings and your, whatever does not hang on Xbox's hardware? You just use it as an entertainment transactional piece, and it should be as such. Because at the end of the day, trust me, the market is going to get more and more brutal. With Steam coming in, there's no reason for Xbox to back away. None at all. None at all. because Xbox is already in the position that Steam wishes they could sell 10 to 15 million of these its home box units that it's actually cooking up there. So why would Xbox not leverage what they already have at over 30 million users? That's a big number. It's a big number. There's nobody who's sensible that's going to throw that away. All those Windows Phone, talk and everything, that's just nonsense. Anyways, just thought I'd show you guys this video and show you pretty much the rent-free nature of a lot of how Xbox is pretty much, according to them, losing but living in their, in their mind, driving their day, controlling their every action and every move, stirring their affections. Imagine if they thought Xbox was winning, it'd be insane. Talk to me in the comment section, folks. Peace out.